Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Totally Broken Opinions, a podcast wrapping up at the end of the year. It's our end of year wrap up, Dan. All the things we watched, did, and all of the wonderful things that happened in this year, 2024. Was it a good year for you?
Wow. As a year as a whole, I would say it was fairly decent, you know? Like, I don't think anything was too busy. I've done a lot of selling of market stores.
Mm-hmm.
I've been very busy.
Explain that? Or are you
Wow.
just going to leave it as I was selling at a market?
I was selling
Maybe
at a market.
people nearby would want to have your wares.
Sure. My girlfriend has a baking business, like part-time, and we've been doing some markets this year. So I've had to go out and socialize and try to encourage people to buy our baked goods. And, make people have less diabetes, I guess.
I can attest the brownies are good.
The brownies are fucking amazing, honestly. And if you live nearby, just DM the podcast. If you live near Bristol in the UK, I can hit you up with some brownie Yule log, you know.
Does she have a website?
She has a website.
Well, maybe you link it in the description below.
I could put the link in the description below. It's true. Shameless plugs.
Yep, ones that actually might get us money.
Yeah,
Well,
give me
not
money.
I have no incentive in this. I'll just get paid in brownies. That's all I care about.
Yeah, that's right. We open a delivery service. That's what we need to do, you know.
Mm-hmm.
How about your year? How was it?
I did a lot of in-person live performance stuff this year. Not me personally, but I went and watched a lot of live stuff this year. So I was very busy. I was up and down into London quite a bit. So I think I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 live things this year.
I
So
only did 3.
what were yours?
So my 3 were... First off, it's Six the Musical I went to go see.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually enjoyed it. It's quite good. It's got quite a few songs in it. And to be honest, it says musical. I would say it's more of just a concert. Because, you know, a musical, I would say, is more like a story driven by music or whatever, right?
Yep, I went and watched one. We'll get to mine.
It was more of just music.
Wow.
That was kind of linked together. But beyond that, it is not really like a story. So I really enjoyed it, to be fair. Other musical one I went to see was Des Rocks. It was a kind of a rock, modern day Elvis Presley. Let's go with that.
Mm-hmm.
That was really fun. Did it with some of our friends. Yeah, really enjoyed that kind of music. And then other live thing I did was went to see Max Fosh live. If you don't know who he is, he's like a British YouTuber who kind of just does stupid shit and is funny.
Nice.
Yeah, that kind of all my live events, I think.
Right. So for me, I went and watched The Last of Us: The Sound of the Fireflies live.
Oh, nice.
Which was basically The Last of Us is my favorite franchise of all time for video games, and they did a live performance with the music director behind the game, and he did some of his own songs. He did some songs from the game. It was a very good time. Very enjoyable. That was the first live thing I did this year. Then I went and watched some comedians live. So I watched Luke Kidgel live, Blake Pavey live, Lewis Spears live. They're all Australian comedians who came over to the UK.
Okay, yeah.
So then I also watched Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse live with orchestral music. So watching a very good movie with very good live music was a very interesting experience. I think it does help if you've watched the movie a bit before, because then when the blaring music covers the audio, you're not going, oh, what did they say? What did they say? Because you know what they said. I also went and watched The Book of Mormon for the first time live.
Yeah, I actually want to go see that one.
Good. Yeah, it was good. I feel like I liked it because it's more South Park humor than it is like a typical musical, but it's a good musical. So and then I went and watched 2 podcasts that I like, Plumbing the Death Star and The Weekly Planet, in person, again Australians. So and then I went and finally, for the first time ever, I went and watched actual musicians perform live. So I watched Conor Maynard live, and I watched Bastille live, and I watched Galantis live.
I know Conor Maynard.
Well, yeah, he was big in like the 2012.
Yeah.
And he's a good singer. He's got a mad range of like vocal. So this was more of a this wasn't like his poppy music. This was more of like a soulful, because it was like a candlelit room, and it was more like him singing all of his, like a lot of his songs more soulfully than it was like super hyper TikTok, I guess, level of thing. And then Bastille was, again, it was their new album, which is, I think, is a bit more soulful. And then I went on Galantis, and it was just a club music. So because they're DJs or a DJs, yeah. So it was just a lot of, but that's a real hell of a story, because I ended up going into London.
I remember the story. Yeah, Karen telling it.
Yeah, so it was basically, I went into London thinking, oh yeah, because they basically gave you the doors opened at I think it was 8 p.m. And it was like, oh yeah, okay, because what I'd done was previous music, because I'm not a big music person. I've not really ever gone to like clubs or concerts or anything like that, or like performances. So I was just going off based off the last two, where it was like doors open at this time, maybe there's a support act, and then the artist plays for like an hour, 2 hours. I did not realize, I got to London at 8 p.m, stood at the door thing, waited an hour and whatnot to get in and stuff, and then it was like, okay, the performer isn't actually going to be on until 11:45.
Yeah.
And the last train back to where I live was midnight.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, oh, okay. So do I just go and enjoy the like pre-DJ and then go home? But I managed to run into some people who knew London a bit better than me and managed to give me a route home, basically via coach back into where I live system. So I was just like, oh yeah, I'm good. So I actually managed to get to enjoy the performance of the artists playing, and it was fun. I like it. I've realized that I don't hate clubbing. I hate shit club music.
No, yeah, I can understand that. I think actually going out, well, I kind of don't like sometimes how loud the music is.
Yeah,
but I can definitely vouch for it. Just it being.
I feel like I think I don't like it when it blows out the speakers, which I know you guys all made fun of me when we were at New
No. That wasn't just. It wasn't like you getting upset about it. It was the reaction you had. That was more.
Yeah, because it's fucking annoying. I don't like it.
No. I get it. It was annoying, but just the reaction you had, that was funny.
Yeah, because I'm annoyed. Yeah. I don't like it. It's stupid. You shouldn't play music that loud that it blows out the speaker.
I have thought about if I ever go to like a concert, or if I ever do go to a club again. I doubt it. I'm too old for it now.
I want to buy a club, because I have so many plans for a club that I would actually enjoy going to. Like I would have it where there is a club area where it is soundproofed, and then an area where there is like just a casual like music track playing, and you can kind of sit down, relax, talk. So there's two separate things. So it's not just you go to a club and you can't hear anyone talk. You can go out and then the music is playing really loud in one area, but kind of low in the other. So you can hear, if there's a song that you like and you want to go dance to it, you can hear it in the other room, and it's kind of playing slightly lower, and you can just run to or go to the actual room where it's dancing and it's playing all loud and that. No, that's my idea.
To be fair,
do you know, fucking expensive to do.
There's actually a club near me closing down. You could take that one up.
That's good.
It's actually the one we went to April last year.
Fair.
Yeah.
We went to a club in April.
Yeah, we did. No, we went to one in April as well. You came to watch Ross Howard last year.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
But
yeah, that was my live stuff. And then, well, I don't know. Other than that, I had a pretty uneventful year in terms of just socializing and things like that.
But yeah, fair enough. I mean, I think next year I've already got like 3 live events booked in like February. So maybe
I've got a couple things booked. I've got Imagine Dragons booked. I've got Dua Lipa booked.
You got Imagine Dragons booked. I'm so jealous.
Trust me, you don't want to have paid how much I paid for a ticket. It was fucking exorbitant.
Was it?
150?
Fuck, that's a lot.
Yeah. But I almost fucked up because I was going to buy one for someone else, and I nearly ended up spending £300 because I didn't realize that they were... Because when I managed to get Dua Lipa cheap.
Yeah.
So I got it at I was off on the day that the tickets went live, so I could just sit there and just get the ticket at the cheapest price, basically, that it was going to be at ever.
Yeah. And
then I missed the Imagine Dragon one, so I ended up fucking going... Because the app just wouldn't work. So I ended up picking a seat, going, oh yeah, I'll get that one, and then it just kept fucking crashing. So then I went back a bit later and went, oh fuck, the ticket prices are all high, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll get 2 tickets for 150 because I'd selected 2 tickets in the thing, and it was like, oh yeah, 150, and then it went to checkout and it was 350 or 300 and something pound for the total tickets, and I was like, what? It was 150 for 2 tickets, but then it was like each.
Fuck,
like really tiny text, and I was like, fuck off. So I just ended up buying 1 ticket, and so I don't know. And then I've got live PlayStation music at some point where they're just going to play a bunch of Sony PlayStation IP music.
If they ever do one for Destiny music in the UK, let me know, because I feel like you know more what these than me. I really want to go to one of those.
Well, don't go to the fucking Destiny art exhibit thing that I went to. That was a fucking joke. I travelled an hour into London, and then to spend 30 minutes looking at an art thing. Because basically they had a Destiny art show on. And I was like, oh yeah, cool. That'll be like all the behind the scenes, like art and all that. Because it says basically, come and look at all this Destiny art and everything. And it was a room, like a tiny little room with like 12 bits of artwork on the walls and some cool like ghost shell things that they'd made, like 3D ghosts and whatnot. And then I looked at the wall and I was like, oh, I might get some of these artworks. And then I look at the wall and there's a fucking poster that says, here's all the prices of the artwork. 72 quid each. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And it's like I was never going to pay fucking 72 quid or whatever it was for each piece of artwork. Because all it was a fucking rolled up bit of paper with the artwork on for 72 quid. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh, there's a room downstairs. I wonder if that will have more artwork. No, it was just a merch store. They do have a fucking Cade Sick helmet that looks cool as fuck, but it was like 200 and something quid. And I was like,
I'm surprised you didn't pay for it.
I don't love it that much.
Right.
I think if it was just an actual Warlock helmet or something like that, like one of the more like helmets that I actually use on my character, because I don't really do Hunter, so I don't actually get a lot of the Hunter stuff. If it was like a Warlock's helmet, I would have probably bought one, but they also do have the like a gun, like the Gjallarhorn and things, like a plaque that has the Gjallarhorn and it's got like kind of split up a bit.
I saw they did the Gjallarhorn Nerf Blast at one point.
Yeah, but then this is like a plaque that has the Gjallarhorn like 3D into it and all of that, and it's like you could put it up on the wall and like it's like a block of thing, and it looks pretty cool. And I was like, I'll maybe get one of them, but they didn't have like a Red Death or anything, so I was just like, well, because I don't think the Red Death is iconic as I like it to be.
No, probably not.
But yeah, no. So yeah, I ended up doing that a bit. I also went to a few other things, but they were like, I went to a Batman experience, so I got to see all the merch of like Robert Pattinson's Batman and Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy and all of that, because it was just like Batman's 85th anniversary or something like that. So that was fun. Let's talk movies and TV shows. Dan, what did you watch?
Yeah, so I made a spreadsheet for everything I watched this year, and I watched 62 things in totals. I got 38 TV series and 24 films. 11
How many
of
them actually came out this year?
Not entirely sure. 11 things were rewatch. I think most of it came out this year. Most of those documentaries are.
Nice. Any in particular that were your favorites?
My Wife, My Abuser. I think it didn't come out this year, but it came onto Netflix this year. I think it was a Channel 5 documentary. That one actually made me cry. It was quite upsetting. It's about domestic abuse, and basically this man who kind of would just take the abuse just so he could spend time with his daughter, over the fear that she would basically go to the police and say he abused her. But he actually put like cameras on inside the house so you could actually see it happening. And it was just really emotional. And yeah, honestly, if you ever actually like documentaries, that is what I would go for.
What a Christmassy pick.
I know.
Chose,
well, believe it or not, most things I watch were about murders, so very Christmassy.
Oh, wow, shocking. I mean, maybe we should do a murder podcast.
Yeah, a true crime documentary podcast.
Christ.
Okay. There's enough of those already.
Yeah, I was your total 60 something.
Yeah, total 62.
Okay, yeah, I beat you. And if we're doing total of everything, including rewatches and non-2024 things, I watched 24 TV shows and I watched 21 movies as at a current point.
Yeah,
there are more things that I want to watch because I'm still holding off on For example, Tower of God, season 2, which is finishing up the weekend. Just as the weekend that we are uploading this on has finished. And it's on Crunchyroll, and you have to pay for it. And I'm just like, well, I'll pay for a free trial and get it all in one go.
Ah, yeah.
Whilst it's all waiting to come out, because that's really the only thing that I want to watch on Crunchyroll at the moment. There's a couple other things, but I'm like, whatever. This is the one, the main thing I want to watch. So the main things I've watched this year that I don't think we've done podcasts on are I for some reason decided to watch Saving Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks movie on Netflix. I don't know why. I was bored probably, and I just decided to put it on in the background. It was terrible because it's weird CGI SpongeBob, not classic cartoon.
Yeah, it's not hand drawn, is it? It's just like it's all CGI.
No, it's weird. Race for Glory, Audi versus Lancia, a really interesting racing film about like Lancia and Audi competing in the Le Mans, or one of them.
Yeah,
I can't remember which one. I also watched Damsel, which is the Millie Bobby Brown fantasy movie that I think got long delayed on Netflix.
I have heard about that.
Where she's a prince, she's I think a princess, and she then goes in, and she's being sold to traded to another family, and they sacrifice her and shit like that for a dragon, and then she ends up killing the dragon. Spoilers. I watched Roadhouse, which was a remake of the original, which was Jake Gyllenhaal in it.
I was gonna say, I thought it was Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, it was alright. It's fine. It's got some cool action in it, but other than that, I think the story's meh. And I watched The Iron Claw, which was Zac Efron's wrestler movie of like the family that had like a whole bunch of tragedies happen to them. That was very good. I recently watched The Lord of the Rings, The War of Rohirrim. Very good. It's tanking in cinemas because it's an animated Lord of the Rings movie, and I don't think people really care that much because I think people have a weird view on animation, especially for like adult stuff. But it doesn't have a sex scene, so that's clearly why it failed. Because as I have said before, anything that is adult orientated in animation for some odd reason has to have a sex scene in it to prove that it is an adult animation. What else for TV? Let's have a look at TV.
Well, for me for TV, I saw Rick and Morty season 7 as well.
I will still never watch Rick and Morty out of principle.
That's why I brought it up, because I know you hate it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're supporting a pedophile watching it, so hey.
He's not in it anymore.
Yeah, well, you're still supporting it because you're watching all the seasons.
I watched season 7.
I guarantee you, he's still probably getting robbed.
Possibly. I mean, I watched Synopsis as well.
Oh, yep, also a pedophile.
And he's not in that either. He got recasted to a British dude.
Nice.
Anything else? Well, I watched many things. Something that didn't come out this year, but I actually really enjoyed watching. I want to bring it up. Was Gone Girl. And I'll tell you the reason why I watched Gone Girl was because I watched...
Is that the one with Ben Affleck?
Yes. It's the one where the wife...
And Rosamund Pike?
Yeah. She fakes her murder and then to frame the husband, and then kind of comes back to the husband at the end.
Isn't it? Yeah, because isn't he an abuser, but then it's painted that he's an abuser, but then he's not.
Yeah, he's not. She's just kind of mental. Yeah, I'll tell you the reason why I watched it is because I watched a documentary called American Nightmare, where kind of a similar thing happened after the film Gone Girl came out, where this woman was abducted, and she came back like a week later saying she was abused by this person. And the story was so mental, no one believed them, and everyone thought they were doing a Gone Girl and trying to get publicity. But it turns out it was all true. And then the police failed them. And to be honest, after watching most of these documentaries, you realise the police in America are quite shit.
Well, yeah, they're painting that Luigi guy as a basic... that like the entire police force is escorting a guy to a prison cell.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's just a guy, really.
What's he going to do?
Villain. I mean, he killed a guy, but that's about it. No one gave a shit.
To be fair, I've seen a lot of memes online about that guy.
Well, yeah, it just basically goes to show you America's healthcare system is so bad that people went, oh yeah, okay. And then they tried to make it a political thing and no one really gave a shit. And they're still trying. They're just basically doing the Barbra Streisand effect, where they're just making it a bigger deal than it was. Like, don't get me wrong, murder is bad, but like people understand why it happened, whereas a lot of people don't understand a lot of the time when a murder happens. It's like, oh, why did you do that? Whereas this one, people are like, yeah, no, we get it. Our healthcare system is shit in America. So a couple things ended this year. The one that I wanted to talk about was the Grand Tour.
Oh,
We are no
yeah,
longer
the Grand
getting any more Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May as a trio on anything anymore. I think they've now set that ship sailing, or that car into park. Yeah, it was quite a good final episode, one for the road. But yeah, I ultimately enjoyed it. I think I've always enjoyed their like camaraderie. I think they're going to do loads of more solo projects and things like that, so we'll see.
I guess Jamie Clarkson is quite busy with his farm now.
Yeah, I think that's way bigger than what I think that's a really good show as well.
Yeah, it seems like
Clarkson's
that's like actually one of the big things for Netflix now.
Amazon.
That's the one.
Netflix wishes they had it, but Amazon is the one, because they're all on Amazon. Anything they do is all on Amazon, because I'm pretty sure it's part of it. Because James May has his travel show. Richard Hammond had a Survivor thing, science show on there, which I watched a couple years ago or whatever it was, and it was okay. And then Jeremy Clarkson's got Clarkson Farm, which I did watch. Clarkson's Farm season 3, really enjoyable, because it kind of just shows you how like fucked up British farming is,
Yeah.
and most farming.
I was going to say,
Like-
it is awful, like quality for farmers and everything.
Like, I think no matter what you think of Jeremy Clarkson, this is a good show to watch to learn about, like, how fucked our government is when it comes to farming. Because, like, he tried to get, like, so basically, they basically fucked over farmers because it was like, yeah, you got to sell to the UK, basically. But then any attempt that he tried to do to sell in the UK on his property, it was just like, no, you can't do it. We don't like you having any of this. So it's just like, well, yeah, because, okay.
Yeah.
Some big heavy hitters that came out of nowhere were The Gentleman.
Oh, yes. That was I didn't expect that show to be as good as it was, honestly.
No, because I really liked the movie, and I was like, oh, how'd you... Because I didn't even realize it was... I thought... when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's just an like a different thing that had nothing to do with Guy Ritchie, didn't have anything to do with the movie. And then it was just like, no, it's another thing set in that universe by Guy Ritchie. And I was like, oh, fuck, okay, I'll give that a go. It's a TV series. I don't think he's done a TV series before. And yeah, it was fucking good. Like,
Yeah,
we have a whole
like-
episode on it if you want to hear our thoughts more, but...
I would actually go back and rewatch that series. It was really good.
Yeah, and I'm hoping we get a season 2 as well, because that was really good. I hope we get another movie as well. Then we had Fallout. Big surprise. Everyone thought this was going to be shit. Turned out pretty fucking good.
Amazon has actually... They don't seem to put out a lot of things, but the stuff they do put out is very good quality. It more seems like the actual
Well,
average quality.
I
of
was
Netflix-
gonna say,
sorry, of Amazon's better.
This
than Netflix.
year, I have watched more Amazon programming than I have Netflix and Disney, which I don't think has happened for a long time.
In terms of new content, if you discount all the documentaries I watched, mine's probably kind of similar to an extent.
Yeah.
Like I said, like out of the 62 things, half it was documentaries.
Well, yeah, because we had... Well, for me personally, I had The Grand Tour. I had Invincible Season 2, Part 2. I had Fallout. I had Jeremy Clarkson's Farm, Season 3. I had The Boys, Season 4. I had Batman Caped Crusader. I had The Grand Tour, One for the Road. I had Rings of Power, Season 2. Legend of Vox Machina, Season 3. And that was basically it. For Netflix, I only had The Gentleman. Then I had a big gap. And then it's basically Exploding Kittens.
Oh yeah, I started
Terminator
watching
Zero. Yeah, I was mixed on that. I was like, I
Yeah.
feel like I would enjoy this more if I was high or something.
it. Yeah.
I also have never played the card game, so I don't.
Have you not?
No,
I have about 5
I
copies
don't
of
have
the
friends,
game.
Dan. Then I watched Twilight of the Gods, which is Zack Snyder's animated Norse mythology thing. It was all right, to be honest.
Maybe he
Like,
just shouldn't
it's-
be doing live action then.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I feel like he didn't have that much input.
Right.
But it's I don't know how involved he is, but it's got his name slapped on it, so it was enjoyable. I found some pacing issues and whatnot, but ultimately I thought the animation was very nice, and some of the characters were really good. Some of the characters just go weird. Like they introduce them and then they're just like, oh wow, okay, that's where they're going. Okay. And then Tomb Raider, and then of course Arcane season 2.
I think
Disney. I basically had Echo, Moongo and Devil Dinosaur season 2, Acolyte, then a big gap, then Futurama, then Agatha All Along, Hitmonkey Season 2, and that was it. I haven't watched anything else on Disney.
I want to watch The Bear on Disney. That's something.
Oh yeah, and The Bear. The Bear. I did have The Bear.
Yeah.
Bear's really good. Bear's very solid.
For Netflix TV series, there's 3 I can probably pick out that kind of hit me. Baby Reindeer.
Didn't give a shit about that.
Did you not like it?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, so it was actually
I couldn't give a shit because everyone just fucking went mad, and it was like Squid Game. It was just like everyone was talking about it, and I was just like, yeah, I'm probably not going to give a shit about this.
Well, it was kind of crazy because the main actor is basically about all the sort of psychological.
It was based
abuse.
on real life, wasn't it?
Yeah, that actually happened to him.
And then everyone went mad, even though the guy said, don't try and find out who did this. And everyone went mad and tried to find out who did it.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed that. And it was actually quite short episodes, like half an hour each or something. But yeah, it was actually quite emotional. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was one of those ones I was probably going to watch. And then everyone just started talking about it. And I was just like, everyone just started spoiling everything. And I was just like, okay, yeah, I don't care that much.
I then watched Chaos. That was the Jeff Goldblum Greek show.
Yeah, apparently that got cancelled as well. So there's not going to be another season. Yeah, apparently there's not going to be another season. I don't know. I wanted to watch it, but again, I just got busy. That was the main thing this year, was I got very busy because I went and did other things in the real world. So I actually lost... Like, I was going to watch Shogun, which was on Disney Plus, and then I just didn't have time. And then I was just going to try and catch up with it. But it's one of those ones where, because it's subtitled, I have to pay attention and focus. And I just didn't have the time to sit down and actually watch it, like, properly. So I wanted to watch it, but I was just like, I don't have the time.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed Chaos, but apparently it just didn't have enough views. It only had 6 million, supposedly.
Well, I don't think Netflix lets anything get any views.
No.
Unless it's, like, immediately successful. Like, I don't like Netflix's policy of it has to get viewers in.
I feel like that's another reason why they probably Arcane, they finished in 2 seasons just in case they cancelled it.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine. But, yeah.
And another key show that I really enjoyed was A Man on the Inside.
What's that about?
It is from the people who made A Good Place and Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay.
So it was like a kind of a sitcom, but it was more like The Good Place. So it was like a kind of storyline to it. And it was quite emotional, I guess, talking about getting older. Well, the whole premise is it's about like a 69-year-old bloke becoming an intern for a spy. And then he decides to infiltrate a old people's home because someone stole a necklace. And it kind of goes through like it's kind of mental. And it's, what's his name? Tom... No.
Bombadil? From
No.
Lord of the Rings? The Rings of Power?
Ted Danson.
Ted Danson?
Yeah. If you ever watched A Good Place, he's Michael in The Good Place.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually really good. It actually went down the kind of talking about Alzheimer's as people get older, and like the struggle that other people like have to go through, and kind of dealing with things like that. And yeah, it was quite funny, and also I think just quite good generally. To be fair, might get a second season mainly because it's probably a lot cheaper to make.
That doesn't normally say things.
No,
if it doesn't get viewers, Netflix does not give a shit. Like, I don't get Netflix's. Like, they just dent their own brand, yet they still somehow manage to succeed. What else? We had The Penguin. Good old The Penguin on Now TV for the UK listener. Or Sky, or whatever it was. Really enjoyable. You didn't end up watching it, did you?
No, only because I didn't really have access, and I didn't want to pay for Now TV because it's crap.
Yeah.
Doesn't even show in HD. It's like, to watch in HD is so expensive.
Yeah. What else? What else do I have? What else? Oh yeah, Solo Leveling, which is an anime dance, so I know you'd love it. Based on a web comic. Pretty popular one as well. Really enjoyable. I really liked it. Good action, good characters. Didn't know anything about it really. I vaguely heard about it because of similar web comics that I read and whatnot, and some people's recommendations. But yeah, I got round to watching that at some point, and it was really good. What else? We had movies. Let's go back to movies. Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine.
I actually rewatched that today.
Yep, that's the only movie I watched twice this year.
Wow, that's a shock.
Yeah, I know. Arcane is the only... That's the thing. I normally watch stuff multiple times, but Arcane and Deadpool are the only things I watched twice this year that were new. Mad Max... Well, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Really good movie. bombed, unfortunately. Which means we probably won't ever get another Mad Max movie, at least for a long time. And then people will go, oh yeah, remember Mad Max? Those really incredible movies that everyone really enjoys watching and just really wants another one. Yeah, we'll make a new one and then it will bomb again. We had Dune Part 2. Incredible film.
Yeah, that is like
Both of us.
a fine dining experience kind of film.
Yeah, it's like, just, I don't know. It's as close as a good movie sequel as you could get.
Yeah.
And I hope they don't fuck up the next one.
Well, they've got the TV show, haven't they, coming out next?
Well, they've done that. I think Dune
When's it come out,
Prophecy
is
is out.
Oh, I
Yeah,
knew
it's
it was
come
coming
out, and they've got it got renewed for a season 2. So
Oh, well, to be fair, HBO
Well,
normally
that-
don't cancel things straight away.
no, they just cancel. No, they do because it's Warner Brothers. Dan.
No.
Warner Brothers cancels.
It's usually not as
everything.
bad as Netflix is, though.
I mean, they completely destroyed an entire animation department and cancelled a movie that was finished and another movie that was finished. And
Yeah, but that's films, you know. It's not the HBO.
No, they canned kids' TV shows as well.
No, but it's kids'
They-
TV shows.
Yeah, but they also cancelled a lot of things. Dan. They basically stripped an entire animation studio. Yeah. What was your biggest disappointment of a movie this year?
Biggest disappointment? Ooh, that's a good question.
Would you like some?
What disappointments? Madam Web were very disappointing.
Yeah.
That was fucking shite. I think
Well, that was one of the ones you watched.
Venom 3 was fine, but I wanted it to be a lot better. I had
Yeah.
a lot of high expectations for it.
You didn't watch Joker, but would you have been disappointed even though... Did you like the first one? I can't remember.
I thought it was fine. I don't think it was anything that amazing. For me, it's not the Joker because of, the Joker is a psychotic villain who kills multiple people. This guy kills like 3 people. And it's...
6.
Oh, 6. Okay, well, that's barely any. And then, what's the point, really? The whole point of the Joker is that you're not meant to know the backstory.
Yeah. Well, there's one interpretation. There's a mainline one that I think is the main one he goes to when he tells something. But, yeah. For me, I would probably say the one that I had the most expectations for. It was... I don't know. I'm trying to look. I don't think I was that disappointed in any movies this year. Probably Madam Web sucked. But
bad.
I enjoyed that movie because it sucked, which isn't really a disappointment. I was disappointed in cinema-going audiences for making Furiosa a Mad Max saga fail. Deadpool and Wolverine I enjoyed, but I don't think it was the best of the Deadpools. But I think it's a high bar, and I don't condemn it for not reaching as high as I was expecting, I guess. Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, probably because it fucking took forever to come to the UK.
Yeah,
And it turned out it was pretty okay.
It was fine. It's just a fine film. Wasn't
Like,
it?
the trailer really sold that movie to be really cool and fun. And then it was just like, oh yeah, no, it's pretty good. I think I would have enjoyed it more if I didn't have to wait like 6 months for it to be out in the UK after it released in America.
What was your biggest surprise this year?
Well, in terms of movies.
Or just anything. Like, what did you like more than you expected to the most?
I was probably surprised by... I don't know. I don't really think there's anything else that was surprising. I think most of them I kind of had my tempered expectations. I thought Godzilla was a lot more fun than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I always just like a big monkey smashing a big lizard, and then teaming up and smashing up a big lizard and a big monkey. Yeah, I don't think there was any big surprises in terms of movies this year. I think TV shows I had a bit more of a surprise. Because I was definitely very surprised by how good Fallout was.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good one.
I didn't think Futurama was that surprising. Agatha All Along, again, probably a surprise.
Yeah, actually, no,
'Cause-
I'd actually vouch for it because I was not expecting it to be that good.
I was not expecting that to be any good. And then it kind of turned it around in the last couple episodes, and I was like, oh, yeah, no, okay, I like it a bit more. I was surprised that Arcane managed to keep its streak going.
Yeah.
Because initially, I was a bit hesitant when I watched it, and I was like, oh. But then rewatching it, I was surprised by it actually really solidified how good that show is. Oh, yeah, biggest disappointment for this year for TV shows is Acolyte, 100%. Because that, I was like, finally, Disney is getting away from the fucking 5-year gap that is between like the originals and the new trilogy, and
Yeah.
they can't get out of that because they want to keep Luke Skywalker fucking young and CGI for forever. And they were like, yeah, we're setting something 200 years before anything happened with that character.
Yeah.
And we can finally do something new and and then they just fucking shat the bed. Like, it was fine, but like I had such high hopes for that thing. Apparently the Skeleton Crew, that's another thing I wanted to watch, was Skeleton Crew is apparently really good.
What happened to the Star Wars films that are meant to be coming out?
So they got delayed again. They've been cancelled. The only one that is officially announced that has a release date is the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, officially titled, I think, Mandalorian and Grogu. And I think no one gives a shit. Because there's another one that's meant to be Daisy Ridley's Rey being a mentor or something to the next generation, but I think it's not been long enough for people to give a shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because originally it was going to be alternate Avatar Star Wars films, wasn't it?
Alternate, yeah.
Yeah.
It was meant to be Avatar, then Star Wars, then Avatar, then Star Wars, then Avatar, then Star Wars. And then Star Wars kicked the bucket and fumbled, and Avatar, for some fucking reason, was successful.
It's because of that everyone liked the first one, so people went to see the second one. But
No one liked the first one. Everyone just went and watched it because it was 3D and it was new.
Yeah.
No one liked it. They were
no,
weirdos.
I know some people who
Like-
liked it. I know some people who really liked the first one. That's like one of their favorite films.
That's sad as fuck, and I hate them. But no, I don't think people like those movies. I think people go for the visuals as a tech demo.
Please tell me you're not going to make me go see Avatar 3.
I'm not.
Okay.
Unless I hear it's the best movie ever, but I'm not watching it. Unless people in our audience wants us to. Like, I think we said
really
that
don't
if
wanna
we got
see
like
it.
a certain amount, I think we said if we got a certain number of views or likes on the video that we would go and watch it when we came out. So go find that video and fucking bomb us if you want.
Although Avatar 4 has now been delayed.
Well, yeah,
It's 2029 now.
not surprised. I'm just hoping he dies before he ever gets to finish them because that would be funny to me.
Who? James Cameron?
Yeah,
Because
because he's old.
It's a bit,
I'm,
it's a
hoping,
bit peak.
I'm just hoping he. No, I'm just because fuck him. If he's gonna dedicate, like, he's an amazing filmmaker, but if he's gonna fucking dedicate his life to that, I hope he dies before it happens, so it's a tragedy, and someone else has to fucking finish them, and they all suck or get better because they're shit movies. I'm joking, by the way. I don't actually want someone to die in case we get another healthcare CEO situation on our hands where you can get sued for pretending to want to kill a famous person.
I've got a few other documentaries to bring up as well that I really enjoyed. Dirty Pop, the boy band scam. I did not know the person who created NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys was a massive
Was
Scot-
a pedophile?
was a scam artist.
Oh yeah, well Elvis is the same thing. Elvis's original person was a scam artist.
Yeah, I did not realize it was just a Ponzi scheme, a massive Ponzi scheme of investments into these boy bands.
Yeah, that's most things.
And
Most
they
things
never-
are just a scam.
And even like as the groups, they never got paid anything. Everyone thought they were getting paid loads, and they weren't. It was just a massive Ponzi scheme, and this guy just was an awful
Yeah, that's
person.
most musical artists. Most musical artists get scammed out of
Yeah.
so much money.
Dancing,
Like Taylor Swift is the biggest one probably because she had to entirely re-release her albums, didn't she?
yeah,
Because
she
was
did. Yeah,
basically
she had to
getting screwed over by her public. Like,
yeah, because
production
she didn't own her own
company.
music,
yeah.
so she just
So
remade it
it's
all.
like, well, fuck it. I'll just make it all again and just change the name or something.
Yeah,
the
everything's
Taylor
now called
Swift
Taylor's version, and then everyone just started watching those instead because they were true Taylor Swift fans, basically. I just fucked
Yeah.
over the record company.
And she's just done the biggest tour in the world with made the most money out of anyone ever.
Dancing for the Devil was fairly interesting, and that was about a cult that was created through TikTok dancers.
Nice.
And it was kind of-
TikTok's doing its
Wow.
job.
It was a really weird
Indoctrinate.
thing because it was like a media management group taking over TikTok stars and then putting them into a cult full of religion and made them convince the TikTok dancers that they couldn't see their family, in the sense of if they saw their family, then their family would go to hell. And it made them not be with their family, and then the family would try to keep trying to see them, and then they would then learn to hate their family because of it. Really fucked up, mental.
Yeah, cults are weird.
Yeah. One that I was very surprised that I enjoyed, because I did not think I would enjoy it, was the Mr. McMahon documentary.
Yep. The guy who does WWE. Or
Yeah, because he's an absolute shit human being.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there's an entire plot line in wrestling where his daughter basically is implied to have been raped by the wrestlers.
Yes, there is. But the weird, I didn't realize because they actually had all the children on everything, and they were like, "Yeah, we were all fine with it."
Yeah, well, that's why. Because if you watch the Iron Claw, it's another similar thing of like the wrestling family and how it fucks up their life.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh yeah, well, because we're basically now drug abusing and all of this, and we're trying to keep jacked and all of this stuff, and we just got mental health problems, and we just don't talk because it's the manly, I'm not going to talk about my feelings type of man. And I'm just like, oh god, okay, I don't like that. It's always weird to watch when you see that.
But I'd say that's probably about it for my list.
I have
Other
a
than
couple more
rewatches.
things. So I watched a couple comedy specials on Netflix this year. That was mainly the things I watched on Netflix. Taylor Tomlinson's Have It All was really good. I really like her. She's a really good comedian. If anyone wants to check out any good ones, she's got a couple of Netflix specials. Jimmy Carr's Natural Born Killer was fun. And then I watched another Australian called Fern. I think it's Australian. Fern Brady's Autistic Bikini Queen, which was all right.
Autism, I'm there.
Yeah. And then obviously Marvel Studios is Assembled was just the behind the scenes of stuff. So I watched Echo's behind the scenes, Agatha All Along's behind the scenes, Deadpool and Wolverine's behind the scenes, all of that sort of stuff. Very interesting. You get to see Disney's pristine, clean version of what actually happens behind the scenes rather than here's the actual story of all the behind the scenes shit that's actually going on.
Yeah.
Because they don't even for the Deadpool and Wolverine one, they don't even really mention the writer's strike.
Do they not?
It's we're just gonna try and pretend that this didn't happen. We didn't really want to pay anyone, and we want to replace everyone with AI. We don't want to talk about that. We're just gonna be happy and positive that Hugh Jackman's back. Okay, so that's enough about the year. What are your plans for next year, Dan?
Well, next year I'm gonna go see a few concert things or just musicals. So I'm gonna go see Only Fools the Horses, the musical, with my dad because that's for his birthday, and then I'm gonna go see Jimmy Carr.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And then I'm gonna go get tickets to go see Darren Brown.
Right.
Yeah, do you know Darren Brown?
Yeah, I know Darren Brown, the magician.
Well, he's not really a magician.
He's a performance artist.
Yeah, he's like a
sort of thing.
a psychology illusionist.
He faked a man robbing a bank or whatever.
Yeah, he's done a few things where he just convinced people that they're doing things.
I still think 90% of it's fake.
I don't think it is.
No, a lot of it is probably fake. I feel like anything like that is probably... It's I get the idea of suggestion and people can be persuaded by things. I don't think anyone would rob a bank or whatever it was. I feel like there's a spectacle behind it to get people to view.
It wasn't actually someone robbed a bank. The one that he did was getting someone to commit murder.
Even then, I still don't think that's real.
I don't know. If you look at the actual thing, because he tried to get someone to commit murder. But he didn't do it. The guy in the end didn't do it.
Yeah, so he failed to do his thing.
Yeah, no, but that's why I don't think it's fake.
Yeah, but if he did kill the guy, it would have probably been bad television.
Yeah.
So, I don't think it's real because you wouldn't purposely try and make a man kill him.
No, I think it is. The guy...
I don't. We can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For me, next year, I'm going to go skiing in February, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, with a bunch of other people I know. I'm also going to be coming out of a wedding in the new year, so not mine.
Yeah, you might meet somebody. You don't know. I mean, weddings.
I doubt it because it's a family event, so I'd hope not.
Second cousins.
Then I'm doing a couple of concerts and things like that. I've got Dua Lipa, Imagine Dragons, and a Sony PlayStation music thing for now. I haven't decided if I'm going to do anything else yet. My goal at the moment is to try and do something new each month or go somewhere new each month.
Yeah.
And I bought a little pocket printer thing for photos, so I'm going to try and take some more photos for the year when I go somewhere, and then start putting them up somewhere or storing them somewhere, just because I feel like I'm getting much more into physical stuff again, because I used to have loads of physical stuff, then I switched to digital, and now I'm just like, I can't fucking deal with digital anymore. I like having a physical sense of things.
You've become old. That's what's happened.
No, it's more that I just feel like digital stuff is just getting fucking annoying. It's too much, and I feel like what happens is people take too many photos of things and then never look back at them because they just have too many. Like, I am not a photo person. I don't like taking photos. But you look at other people's camera rolls and it's just a billion photos of the same thing multiple times. Just
Yeah,
because
no,
they,
I
like,
know
have
what
to
you
take
mean. People.
and then because they just have to take the same photo over and over again because they can't decide on what one they want to pick. And they feel, oh, like, and then they touch up, and then AI is also fucking up these pictures as well. And it's like, you're not living in the real world because you're deleting background of people like standing in your frame. And I'm like, ugh.
I know
Like, I get it for like a wedding photo. Like, if you're trying to take a photo in like a nice location and someone's accidentally in the background and like editing that out. But like just general day-to-day life things, I'm just like, why would you need to edit that? Like, it gives people such a weird body dysmorphia as well. Like,
Yeah.
so many people look at like Instagram and then see like people with photoshopped faces and blemished marked out pictures and think, oh, that's a real person. And it just gives people a weird perspective on life. So I'm trying to do more physical.
I do get that, but at the same time, every now and then I'll actually just go through my camera roll and I literally check every single one for like a year and say what I did that year, and I would just go through every single photo.
Oh yeah, no, I do that a bunch. I've done that a load of time. When I had like a fucking meme folder, I had like, I'll just scroll through and you can see my fucking humor go through like a change where it's like, oh, I'm liking all of these memes, and then it's like, nope, it suddenly switches to this meme, but then that folder got deleted when I switched phones by accident. So then I just kind of stopped doing memes, and now I have no idea what's happening in the world in terms of memes. There was a chill guy off something recently. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to do more. So I want to start rock climbing as well next year.
See, I want to keep doing that, but I don't want to do it by myself.
Well, move closer, Dan.
Why you move towards me? You know, you want to open your club, so let's bring it.
No, I'm the one who owns stuff. But yeah, I don't know. What else? I don't know. I think I just want to do like a more physical. Like
You want to get out of the house. You want to touch grass.
No, I like my house. Don't get me wrong. It's more, I just want to, I don't know. I feel like what I want to do is go to more places because I have felt like I'm going on holiday for the first time in like 7 years.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I had 3 holidays.
Because the last time I went on holiday was 2019. So.
I was going to say this year I went to Rome, I went to York, and I went to Parma. That was my
See, I would have, but like this year I haven't had that much. Because normally I would have loads of overtime. But whoever ran, I should say, because they got let go. Whoever ran the like orders thing for last year overbooked everything, so they just made way too much stuff, and then they had to cut their orders down. So we had to go below the line. And then build back up slowly. Yeah. So it's only going to be next year that we're going to start picking back up to like regular levels, and so that there'll actually be products to make. So they've just had no overtime or anything like that to do. So I haven't had the chance to actually make more money. So I've just been like going and doing stuff.
Yeah.
And it's been like expensive, and I've been like, oh yeah, no, I wish I had overtime to do this. But I had the time. That was the thing. It's like, do I make more money and then save it up and go do a holiday or something? Or do I just spend the money that I have and go and do stuff because I enjoy doing it? So I kind of wanted to do more of that, but this time have money to do it. So I don't know. I want to go on a camping trip with a bunch of people as well.
Oh, that sounds quite fun. Yeah, just go get drunk in a field, you know? Like.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm kind of similar. I want to learn more things next year.
Yeah, that's another thing I want to do. I want to try and maybe learn a few things. I don't know what. It's more what I can afford.
Well, I want to
learning things is.
You probably know that I'm not the most physically inept.
Are you going to learn how to ride a bike?
I feel like I should learn to ride a bike next year. I did say that this year, but I feel like next year I should learn to ride a bike, and then also it'd be good to. I want to kind of learn ice skating as well.
Yeah.
Or maybe learn skiing.
Ice skating's fine. I've done skiing. Ice skating is fine. I think you should learn skiing or something.
Well, ice skating is easier for me to learn in the sense of I have easy access to a place that has like an actual ice skating rink.
Yeah, but I think
skiing is a hard thing to learn. I think don't get me wrong. I want to. I would love to go on a ski holiday That sounds really fun. But I probably won't be a ski holiday next year. Yeah, but that's
So if you ever come back down over to the where I am, you can go. We can go skiing or meet up to go skiing.
I was going to say,
Get
it's
you
like we
some
can go
lessons.
to like probably the halfway centre, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something in between us. I know Milton Keynes has one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, but I think there's one closer. I'm not sure, but who knows? What's your New Year's resolution?
Be smarter with money.
Spend more money.
I want to get back into the same habit of saving £1,000 a month again.
Fuck me, I could not do that. I have bills to pay.
Well, so do I. That's why I've not been doing it. I want to do that next year.
I could not afford to. I can't. I spend more than £1,000 in bills, so I can't like actual housing.
So do
bills.
I.
I don't. No, that's fine, but I could not save £1,000 a month because
Yeah.
I don't make that much money to save £1,000 a month.
Don't get me wrong.
I
it'd be
could
tight,
probably
but-
save at most maybe like 300 quid.
Yeah, it is a spreadsheet. But
But that's me cutting like real close with what my paycheck is.
I mean, fortunately, me and my partner, we split the bills, so it's not, too
Oh
bad.
yeah, good for you. I love that. It made me feel shit about being single again. Great, thank you. What a great way to end the year, Dan. Dying alone on a single.
Like I said, our bills combined is 1,400.
Good for you. That's what I pay.
Yeah, but you have a house, all right? I don't have a house. So.
Yeah. It's irrelevant.
No, I want
That's
a
just
house.
one part of the house. Everything else, man.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. Well, I'm sure your love life, you want to have a new relationship every month and get into new dating experiences and whatnot, yeah?
Yeah,
Just like
definitely.
me.
That's definitely what we do.
Yeah, I would love that for me.
I was gonna say, you don't know it. But
No, I got ghosted for like twice this year, so
I
for
feel
no
like
real
that
reason.
wedding's got your best chance.
I doubt it.
Well, supposedly, when men are like 27 to 29, that's their prime.
Wow, that's not even how old I am yet.
I know it's
so
next year,
I'm
isn't it?
fucked.
You're 27 next year.
Yeah, I'll be 27 next year.
Yeah, so there you are. You're in your prime next year.
Yeah, great. 27.
That's basically
Ugh.
30 at that point.
I hate being 26. It feels so shit.
Oh,
Such a
for long, be 27.
yeah, and then I'll be 30, and then I'll be dying.
Hey, you still got no
I
kids
feel like
yet.
I've had my midlife crisis, huh?
I said you still got no kids yet, so.
No, but I'm also like I'm pretty sure like don't women lose their like start reducing their eggs after like 30?
35 is the kind of the.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, but it's
I'd hope
fine as
to.
a man. You can just like
Yeah, we can just pump and dump. We're good.
you can just do Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, just dating way like well, to be honest, I'm not even old enough yet. Like I'm about to pass the age-old point of where Leonardo DiCaprio wouldn't date me anymore.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm pretty sure
25.
it's 27. No, it's 27, I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 25.
I think it's 27. Let's have a look. Because I'm pretty sure it's like any girlfriend he dates is like up to 27 and then it's just like dumps. When does Leonardo DiCaprio...
Yeah, it's 25.
Okay, fine. Then I've already passed it. I'm way out of my prime for Leonardo DiCaprio.
I think his latest girlfriend now is like 19.
Jesus Christ, that's so fucked.
Yeah, it's mental.
25th. Oh my god, he broke his own dating rule once. Oh my god, she turned 26. Wow.
Oh, then broke up with her?
Crazy. Probably.
Yeah.
Oh my god. How the fuck? Why would you date someone like
I
who's
don't know.
40
Anyway,
something?
we're getting off topic
40's
now.
Christ.
Let's go back.
Okay, what's your goal for relationships next year then? Do anything special?
No comment.
Dumping. He's dumping her, everyone. It's fine.
For fuck's sake.
Dan's gonna be back on the market, ladies.
No, he's not. I've realized after last night I do not like being in that social situation.
Tell me about it, brother. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's everything for the year. The last thing for next year is a new format to the podcast.
Yes. So hopefully next year we're going to have a bit more of a life each,
Yep.
which means less of watching TV, less of watching Netflix, less of things to be
For
able
me,
to-
maybe not, but you probably
For me,
know.
definitely. I mean, I've been
I'll
struggling the past couple of years to keep up.
So what we're going to do is we're switching this to Totally Broken Monthly.
Yes. And even then, it's probably going to be less opinions and more Like our Christmas
Just-
special.
Updates.
Yeah.
Updates. See what we got up to in the month.
And hopefully you
Life
get
update.
more of our life as opposed to
Yeah, more of an opinion on the world's crap. We'll chime in on if there were any more CEO assassinations,
Yeah.
any more what Donald Trump's up to in 2025, how shit the world is. We'll just
Yeah.
see. We'll let you know. We'll kind of be like an a monthly update of just the things that we actually care about and want to talk about. So the podcast episodes are probably going to be a bit longer because we're going to be trying to cover like a whole month in one thing. So maybe about an hour and a half to 2 hours, maybe.
But-
1 hour to 2 hours.
There'll probably be more actual content and less waffling.
Nah, there'll still be waffle. We're going to basically make a Waffle House. It's fine.
Yeah. Hey, everyone loves our waffle, you know?
I mean, I don't really like waffles that much, to be honest.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I mean, like, waffles are fine, but a pancake is better.
Oh, I thought you meant like waffle conversation.
No, I was making a waffle joke.
Oh, shit.
Because there's an American chain in America called Waffle House.
But no, waffles are way better. Pancakes are shit. Peace out.
No. Okay, everyone. Thank you for listening to this 2024 end of year wrap up. We hope you enjoyed. Tell us what your favorite things of the year were. What your favorite movie was. What your favorite TV show. What your favorite music was. Your best. Oh yeah, we didn't really talk about music. I had a playlist.
I don't
my
know.
SoundCloud Wrapped happened. I'll add it to the link below if you want to know.
My number one listener is Imagine Dragons. All you need to know.
Nice. Yeah. Who was your favorite person who was assassinated this year? Because there were a lot of kids
yeah.
and children and things like that. Tell us who your favorite cancelled celebrity was. Mine was P. Diddy because, man, that guy is a fucking creep. And he deserves to rot in jail. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas. Merry
Goodbye,
New Year's.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll see you in a month.
Bye-bye.